should be working.
I just got a post. Sure Short Archery Live. Come join the fun. Gigaparts advertising.
Oh, yes. Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. We're back. It's been a while. No, the camera doesn't work, so we gotta fix that at some point. Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. Probably stand. Alright. We're shooting pretty much blank bail today. We're working on the release, my release. It's been the new mission, well, for me and my coach since outdoor season ended. So this is what I've been practicing, and then, well, only maybe like a week and a half or so. I've been practicing release, and we're gonna see where it goes, because I definitely need to improve my release based on where it was, you know, all of last year and pretty much all the years I've been shooting, because nobody really showed me the correct way. So you know, welcome. You know, glad everybody's you know, checking out the stream again. Not looking too bad on my, you know, little replay I get down here on my laptop before it goes to YouTube. So if anybody has any questions, just let me know. I'm pretty much going to be just, you know, here practicing, and, you know, if anything, you know, in particular comes to my mind, then I'll, you know, talk about it with you guys on here. But if you do have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them, you know, as long as I can answer them. Some of you guys ask some really, you know, really in-depth questions that I don't actually always have the answer to. Sorta. So basically what I'm trying to do here is, or what I need to do here, is I need to keep my release in. So when I release, I'm going back and basically scratching my neck here, the side of my neck, when my release goes back. In the past, and if you really slow down any of my shots, yeah, I would say pretty much any of my shots, if you look at them quick, not slowing them down, the release looks fine. But in reality, what I was actually doing is I was coming back a little, but I was kind of coming out a little bit with my hand, both fingers wise. The fingers were coming out, and it was actually leaving my face. And I've been working on my coach with this because, you know, he knows the problem, you know, pretty much from the day I got there, but we needed to work on other aspects of the shot before getting to this one. But now that I have, you know, some of the other aspects a little bit better, you know, from like just setting up and things like that, we can work on this, and it's like the big, it's the next big hurdle to really get through and start, you know, I guess refining and improving that way. Because once I straighten this out, I should see really good improvement in my groups, you know, both at 18 meters and 70. And I would say when I do it, you know, when I shoot correctly and I'm, you know, keeping my hand in, I definitely do get much tighter groups. It was actually surprising how much wider you group when your release isn't that consistent. Pretty good overall. Some of them I feel like still I might come out a little bit in the front here and then you know, come back in. It's something very easy. It's something that's pretty easy to explain, but in actually doing it as that archer, like if you talk to a friend that you know has a really great release and they're keeping it very close to their face and their neck through the entire shot, then it's easy for them to explain it to you. But then if you're the archer that has you know, a really odd, inconsistent release, or just one that's like flailing out and then coming back in, it's a lot of work to you know, really straighten that out. And I can definitely, like, you know, I'll raise my hand for that one, because it's been quite a process for me trying to, you know, improve my my release. All right, so that was my my 9 arrows. I'm gonna go down to the target, I'm gonna pull them, and I will be right back. If anybody has any questions, just leave them down below. And yeah, if anybody was curious on what happened to the target cam, it's not working right now. I don't know if there's some water in the line for, you know, my 70 meters worth of of cable here for the internet, or what. I don't know, there's something up with it. It doesn't seem to be functioning properly. I can't even get a video display out of it. So that's gonna be put aside for now until I straighten that out. I'm gonna go pick the arrows up though. Okay, made it back. Realized I got a soft spot in that one part of the target I'm shooting at, going up to like maybe there's 6 inches left. I'm going up to about here on the arrows. Time to aim at a different spot. All right. Not too bad. It's kind of it's a weird concept for me. Like, even though I've been shooting for so long, because I have a habit of bending this wrist in, and we've talked about this. I've talked about this to you guys on other live streams. But basically, my release going out for me is partly because of this wrist still trying to bend in. So we're really working on correcting that more. We definitely improved it some when we were working on other parts of the shot, but now it really just needs to be you know, really smoothed out and, you know, maybe not completely improved, because you can always work on things more and more, but definitely like where it should be. I shouldn't have as wild of a release as I do. Yeah, I can do better than this. Not too bad. I wouldn't say there's been fantastic, like unbelievable shots, but they're all moderate. Like, I'm pretty much touching my neck the entire time, but we need to get out of the pretty much category. All right, yeah, not too bad. Do I look at where my string aligns? Do I look at where my string aligns with my riser and sight pin before releasing? Yes. So I'm looking at my, you know, my sight pin, but, you know, out of the corner, without like taking my focus off of what I'm aiming at, I can see where my string is lining up. I'm not like directly like changing where my eyes are focusing to go and look to see, you know, where it's at. I'm still looking at my target and at my sight pin that's on that target, and then I can see out of, you know, my peripheral, you know, my vision, that you know, where it's sitting at on my bow. Mm-hmm. And for me, and this is funny because it's It's changed some since I've messed around with my release, and we've adjusted some other things. For the longest time, I always saw it on the very back of my riser, this portion, but with adjusting my shot some and things like that, especially working on this release, it's definitely migrated more like next to the sight. And I've asked my coach, he said both are fine. Technically, he said, he's coming from Korea and training in Korea. He said, they prefer to have it, next to the sight, but it's fine if your string is lining up with the riser. Some of it I guess depends on body positioning, head position, and things like that. But yeah, I would say both of those are not incorrect. It's a matter of what you're doing consistently, and then what's working with the rest of your form, because it definitely changes as your form changes. If you're changing your form, that is. Now, if you're not changing your form and your string alignment changes, then you're probably changing your form. Or I don't know. I doubt something's off on your bow at that point. It's probably you, the archer, unless you do have some kind of limb alignment problem or something like that. Then maybe that could be causing more of an issue. Whoop. It's too close. I should probably, I need to get another target cam just so when I shoot these blank bales, you can really get a cringe moment out, when I shoot some of these way too close to each other, because I know I'm like, ugh, ooh, that's an expensive arrow down there. It's an expensive knock, kinda. If you hit a couple a day, it really adds up. You figure if you catch a knock and a pin, you're looking at like $3 or so an arrow. But if you're doing this a couple times a day every day, you're gonna in about a week you're almost costing yourself $30. Like it adds up. Close, not quite. Put a little more angle maybe into my arm. So right now I'm really trying to over-exaggerate this. Like obviously when I'm back at full draw, it's going to straighten out because of the weight of the bow and everything. But I'm really trying to put some over-exaggeration into my drawing back so that I don't cause myself to go like this, because I don't want to do that. You can't shoot consistently. I can't shoot consistently, at least like this. It's not realistic for long-term goals. So really gotta over-exaggerate a little bit more on this one. We'll make this a really great shot. All right, let's try it. Maybe a little bit better. That was hard to tell. All right, well, hopefully everybody's enjoying the live stream being back. I'm gonna, try to do more of these more often again. I just, was taking care of a lot of stuff at home, and then there was tournaments like nationals, U.S. nationals and stuff, and I was really just trying to solely focus on my shooting. Didn't work out quite the best, but anyway, I'm back. We're training now for indoor season, and well, we'll still be shooting outdoors as long as the weather's decent and stuff like that. I do need to get another camera for the target if you weren't here earlier. Other than that, I don't know, should be all good. I may mess around with some other things, not necessarily in this video, but just like as we do more of these live streams, I got some ideas. So yeah, I shot all my arrows. I'm gonna go down and pick them up, and I'll be back to shoot another end. So if you got any questions, just leave them down below and I will do my best to answer them. How's the python doing? The python's shooting well. I need to work on, you know, I want to put it into one of these live stream videos, so I can show you guys. I've had it set up and I've been doing some shooting with it. I don't know. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I haven't found anything like crazy, you know, just, you know, little things you can nitpick on any kind of bow, any kind of riser. And I am definitely like putting all that together so that I can do a really nice review about it, so that somebody that is interested in picking one up can, you know, have an idea, so they don't really get any surprises when they buy one, because I don't like surprises like that, at least bad surprises. I like good surprises, not bad surprises. So yeah, I'm just so used to, I've been shooting this bow now, we're going on, ooh, this is like two years? 2 years. So I don't know, I've been really enjoying my X10. Not to say the Python's a bad bow, but I'm just used to this one, and this is what I've been taking to and from, you know, training with my coach. So I'm fitting the Python in between that, but I haven't like just sat on that bow yet, which is not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with it, but yeah, I got to work on it some more. Definitely. Thanks for bringing that up. Hopefully that was a good enough answer for you too. Like, you know, I'm trying to save you know, most of it for the review, but yeah, it's pretty quality though, from my experiences with it and the arrows that I've been shooting through it. All right, let's try this release again. What poundage am I pulling? I am pulling 36 pounds. Oh, not 46 pounds. 46. My bad. 46 pounds. Yeah. I was up to 48 at one point, but form-wise, 46 is working a lot better for me. I'm not like having such a fight with the bow. So yeah, 46, not 36. I don't even know why I was thinking 36. Anyway. Yeah, well, maybe not. Oh, that was something weird with my release too. When I was you know, watching the slow motion clips with my coach, I managed to actually go down, kind of have my hand open, close it again, and then go back up and be like, ta-da, look, I shot a really nice release. Yeah. Interesting, very interesting. I never truly realized that I was actually like shooting the shot and then going down with it and then bringing it back in. To me, like mentally, like what I pictured myself shooting, I figured it, you know, it went out a little bit because I could feel the out some, but I figured it was like an out, like that sort of, and you probably can't see too well from this angle, but I didn't think that my fingers were coming out apart so much, and I didn't think or feel that my hand was actually dropping down and then coming back and then back up, which it was totally doing that. So yeah, this is interesting for me because I've never had really the sensation of like my hand and my tab, like the, you know, the leather parts actually, you know, touching my neck the entire shot, like once it shoots, because I don't feel them. I don't feel it when I'm at full draw, but once I release, the entire time feeling that tab in my fingers just, you know, just brush my neck, and you're not really cutting into yourself. You're really just like brushing by. But yeah, I don't know. I know I kind of keep going on about this, but you know, since it's what I'm working on, it's really on my mind right now, and I'm really just trying to to hammer it into, you know, Anthony, you need to shoot it this way. Nothing else, no crazy extras to put in. Very simple, very clean, very repeatable, or I hope it's repeatable, very repeatable. Like that. It wasn't bad. Ooh, that might have actually that might have been a little bit better. It's probably hard to tell. We'll see. I got a replay here. I don't know. From this distance and how small the picture is of the delay I get to see, kind of looks like the rest of them. It did feel a little bit more. It felt like there was more contact with my neck, which is good. I want more contact. Archery, the contact sport with yourself. Kinda. Let's see, videos to look forward to this week. Ooh, I've been playing catch up because I was at one point, just a couple days ago, incredibly behind on putting videos together between, you know, work and other work and tournaments. Yeah, you see like a nationals 1 week, 12 days later or so you get Buckeye Classic. A lot of stuff going on, and then, like, you know, personal stuff and lots of stuff. Just stuff, piles of stuff. Anyway, I'm finally catching up on those. So I'm gonna get a tour video up from one of the tournaments, one of the USATs I went to. I think it's a couple months ago at this point. What else? Some more archers shooting from nationals. People seem to enjoy those, and it's fun because the camera I have now can actually like film this, especially since I'm filming from like behind the line. I can't be that close because I'm an archer. There's rules and stuff for this, and I play by the rules. So yeah, it's been fun using this camera that you're viewing me on now to actually be able to film these archers. You know, would I like to be able to film them better and in more detail and closer? Yeah, but you can't get everything. I do have some really cool ones though, some cool archer videos. One of them actually of a parachuter shooting, and it's pretty up close and personal. So that should be fun. I have to put that together. I haven't touched anything from Buckeye Classic. If anybody's curious on Buckeye Classic videos, I haven't gotten to those. Mostly I'm wrapping up. I got some Gator Cup I'm doing still. So the Gator Cup, SoCal, and Nationals is what I'm catching up on. And then I'm gonna go and do Buckeye Classic after that because, I don't know, I'm just trying to go in order. It was bad, don't get behind. I've learned many things. All right. Maybe a little bit still too far in because I feel like I'm in here. Let me try to be in here because we're still trying to, we gotta over exaggerate that that wrist so I don't bend it inwards. Okay, let's try this. Might have been a little bit. It's hard to tell. It honestly is hard to tell. Now, for me though, like feeling wise, like the shot, it was hard to tell, but setup wise, I really thought I was shooting with my hand like bent in half. Like I thought I was like this. I probably wasn't. I'm sure I wasn't. Okay, I wasn't. I'm being told I wasn't. But feeling wise, I really thought I was shooting the bow basically like a 90-degree bend in my wrist. Really weird. I don't know if anybody else has ran into this, but I'm just, just trying to share what I'm experiencing now, because I figure as I iron this out and as I improve with improving my release, I'm probably going to lose that sensation. So, this could be kind of fun or interesting if anybody else has a release thing they're working on. This is just my, how I feel, how I'm feeling with messing or improving my release. We're messing around with it kind of, but we're improving it. All right, so that was all my arrows. I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna pull them, and I'll be back to shoot another end. It's great to see everybody on. Hopefully you're all enjoying this. I'm sorry there's no target cam again. I know this is probably a repeat for some people. I was thinking about it on the way down to the target. We recently updated our Wi-Fi, so I'm thinking it might have changed the IP address or something like that. So we're gonna try that. I don't know, probably tonight or something. We'll see. What kind of time I have. So maybe the camera's not broke. I'm thinking it might just be an IP issue. So I guess software related. All right, I'll be right back. All right, made it back. Nobody else has any questions, which is fine. Thanks everybody though for hanging out and just hanging out while I practice here. It was nice. We did get to avoid, well, at least the I guess what we call it. The brunt of the hurricane. Was it Hurricane Florence? I think it's Florence. Anyway, the one that's down in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia area, for anybody that's not in the U.S. Anyway, big storm. Glad it didn't come up this way. That was nice. I don't think these clouds are from it. We have our own system sitting up here, which actually kind of made the hurricane go more south, which is interesting and nice though, because we don't need another Sandy. Would be really bad. That was a disaster. So yeah, feel bad for those people, but it's nice not to be in the thick of it. Well, a little high. Shot that spot again I was talking about earlier, where my arrow goes up to, like there. I got like 6 inches of arrow left, if not, maybe less this time. I gotta aim a little lower. I forget. So like, okay, for me, since I'm still shooting 70, I try to aim a little higher than, you know, flat, because at 70, you're aiming up. There's an arc to your shot. Maybe even if you shoot compound, but anyway, if you shoot recurve, there's definitely an arc to your shot. Even I have an arc to my shot. So I try to be closer to that when I shoot a closer distance, unless I am practicing directly for like an 18-meter tournament. Like we get closer to the Lancaster Classic or the Vegas shoot, I will definitely focus on just, you know, shooting that 18-meter or 20 yards height and not really worry too much about the 70. I'll probably do a little bit of 70 at home just to keep up with it, and because I can. I'm fortunate enough to be able to do it. It's good practicing. I don't know. It breaks up the I don't know, I find 18 meters to be really, like, it's fun to a point, and it's more fun if you have people, but shooting here, like, you know, as the only archer, you know, being the only archer shooting where I live that shoots Olympic recurve, it gets boring. Don't tell anybody. That's sad. I get sad about it. That wasn't that great. Sorta. My arm felt, back part of my arm was weird on that one. I don't think I, like, had it back far enough. I don't know. Still feel like I'm shooting really awkward with this you know, improved release. It's definitely improved, but it's still awkward. Like when like that shot, it was good. Like it felt really nice, but still a little awkward. It's so strange, and I don't know if it's from shooting. It's got to be from shooting the other way for the last, like, I guess this is technically year 13 of shooting archery. So like all those years, and the first year or so when I made like the bows myself. Granted, you know, I'm like a 12-year-old or so at that point, and it was just like sticks with strings. But like I just kind of decided on how I should shoot all by myself. I didn't have any clue. So it's probably like from those bad habits created there, and then them not being corrected by any coaches up until now. I guess that's my struggle, but that's all right. But when it shoots now, it's like, oh yeah, and things are loose. I don't know, it's shooting great now though. Like when I get it going, a little awkward, but still good. So for any of you out there that are working on something and you're having a hard time, everybody, you know, has a hard time at some point. Even shooters like, you know, Brady or Kim Woo Jin, you know, they may shoot awesome groups now and they may win many things, but they definitely worked hard on the way to that position they're in, and they, I would assume, still work fairly hard to maintain that position, because once you get there, once you climb to the top of that mountain, you got to work hard to stay on it. At least that's what it seems like, because there's always new people that are, you know, really excited about it. So you got to keep your archery fresh and exciting, and you just got to keep working, improving yourself. Ah, that was good. That was good. Well, that was a quick shot, and I hit that other arrow. All right, that wasn't that great. Let's do everything right, or fairly right, on this last shot here. All right, yeah, I'll take that. That was good. Better than the one before it. Okay, that was all my arrows. I'm gonna go down and pull them, and I'll be back. I think we'll shoot one more end. I think that'll be pretty good. At least for this set. I do try to do like 3 of these a day. Not 3 live streams. Not yet. Shh. Don't tell anybody. But actually, that'd be kind of cool. Wouldn't it would be interesting if archery could get to the point where it's like video game live streaming. The compounders could probably do it easier than us recurve shooters. But if I guess we paced ourselves enough, you could live stream for like 12 hours a day. I don't know. It'll be interesting. The future has lots of options if you're willing to pursue them. So anyway, I'm gonna go pursue pulling some arrows, and I'll be right back. By the time I'm done with the shooting session, how exhausted are my muscles? It depends, and it depends on a couple things. I feel like, so like right now I'm working on a particular part of my shot. I'm working on my release. So for me, I judge a session based on how my shots are going. So that last end, I had some good shots that I felt like I was doing things, properly. I was, pretty much touching my neck the entire time through the release, but there were some really oddball ones in there that weren't that great. So as more of those kind of creep in for me, I tend to decide that I should cut, I decided that I should stop shooting, because that means I'm probably getting a little like fatigued, a little tired. And since I've been working on, my release, this section, my like wrist part of my arm, because I'm trying to keep it more bent and stuff, I can definitely feel that I'm putting, I'm using it more, so it's getting tired quicker than the rest of my body. Now, if I'm at a tournament and I'm shooting, if things are going, fairly smoothly and we're not running into any kind of weird complications, then for the most part, I'm pretty comfortable the whole time. Maybe towards the end, I'd start to get, a little bit tired, but it would be like an overall, like my whole body. It wouldn't be like just a particular section of my body, unless I was having an issue with that particular section. Like if I'm shooting a tournament, or I can even say like here at home, and like for some reason my front shoulder, you know, that session or that morning or whatever, just doesn't want to you know, it's not working today. It's not doing its job. It's not feeling it for some reason. And I'm putting a lot of extra effort into keeping that shoulder down and in the correct position and stuff. Now that area will definitely tire out sooner. And you know, if I'm shooting here at home, then I would probably stop shooting and just take a, you know, rest, and then maybe even just think about, what was I doing wrong that was making, you know, my shoulder so tired when it wasn't tired the day before, or you know, things like that. At a tournament, you know, unless it's something bad, I definitely don't stop shooting the tournament. I've completed every tournament that I've gone to, but I've never had a reason to not, you know, continue shooting a tournament. I always did my best to work through whatever little issue came up, if it was equipment related or if it was, you know, something physically that I was doing incorrectly. A lot of it is just, you know, judging, you know, on your own. And of course, shooting in like sessions like I do, it's good, and it's good and bad in a way. Okay, and the reason why it's good or bad, or kind of both, is if you have the time. Like I have some time. So like days I'm off from work, I can shoot in the morning, I can shoot after lunch, and then I can shoot again before dinner. And that works out great for me. But if somebody that has like a tighter schedule, maybe you know, you're working 9 to 5, and you can only shoot like an hour or two after work, I would probably recommend just shooting as much as you can when you're, you know, done work or school or whatever it is, and not break it into sessions unless you can. Like if you have the time and you have the flexibility in your schedule, then I think that's the way to go about it. Hopefully I answered your question, you know, well enough so that you can kind of I don't know, like take this information and really apply it to, you know, your own life and your own situation. But this is, you know, this works for me, and I've been told by my coach and stuff that it is good to be able to, like, if you can shoot in multiple sessions throughout the day, then it, you know, it might be a little bit better for your shooting, because then you're not like running until you're like exhausted. You're running until it's like, we're not doing quite right. You know, we're not doing it quite right. Let's take a break, and then let's do it again when we're fresh. So it might be a little bit more beneficial if you can do it, of course.
Down to 1 bar on your battery.
Oh, all right.
It says 32 minutes.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah. Ugh. A little rush on that one. Rushing myself. All right. Might be out a little bit far too. I'm telling you, it's still weird. It's so weird for me with this with this release. I don't know. It'll come around. Give me a couple days. I'll probably be like super used to it by the end of the week. Well, I guess the end of the week's technically tomorrow, but by like Monday, depending on how much shooting I get to do, weather-wise and things like that. Ah, there we go. That was better. Ones before were getting a little funky. Okay. That was bad. All right, so yeah, I think it's getting to that point. I'm starting to get a little sloppy with it. Because I'm still trying to do exactly the same things I was doing in the first end of this live stream, but starting to get a little bit weird with it. So I don't want to do that because I don't want, I'm trying to fix bad habits and replace them with good ones. So with that, I think I'm gonna end the live stream here. It's been really great, chatting with everybody that's been leaving questions and stuff in the comments section. Thank you so much. Hopefully I'll be back on tomorrow, probably earlier. I was gonna try to do this in the morning again because I like those morning live streams, but I was having a camera issue, and not just a small one because I have two. So yeah, it wasn't syncing up to the laptop to be able to stream this for some reason. We got that working, as you can see here, but yeah. I'm gonna try to do this again tomorrow morning. We'll see, weather permitting, because nothing here is waterproof, so if it rains, it's canceled. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm glad that everybody's back here and enjoying the live stream. Thank you so much, and as always, happy shooting!